What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. And as you guys can see by the title, it is the start of the Toronto Maple Leafs player previews for the upcoming 2021-22 season. Now, I did this last year. It's a ton of videos because I do the main roster, plus I do players that are surrounding the roster, guys that might make the team, maybe a couple prospects, maybe a couple guys on like potential like tryout deals and stuff like that. So Hosang will get a video. These videos take a long time. And I'm also going to be posting other videos while I'm still posting these videos. So you guys are about to get a ton of content on this channel. So if you are new here, I would really appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe. It helps me quite a bit because this is a lot of work. I'll be quite honest with you, but I have a lot of fun doing it. But you guys are about to get a ton of videos. And I know, like I said, there's a lot of people that just watch these videos and aren't subscribed, but it does help me a lot by liking and subscribing. But let's get into it. Auston Matthews, I had to have him first, but there's going to be a ton of players, obviously, main roster, other guys that are probably going to be more interesting than a Matthews one because we kind of know what we're getting with this guy. But it's important to start off with this. The Toronto Maple Leafs obviously announced that Auston Matthews underwent wrist surgery. This was a little while ago. I don't mean like today. The statement was made on August 13th. Obviously, right now at the time I'm recording this, it's the 25th. But Matthews encountered discomfort upon increasing his on-ice training earlier this week, which was obviously a while ago. After consultations with specialists and the Maple Leafs medical staff, surgery was the recommended course of action. His recovery will be a minimum of 6 weeks. Now, Matthews has had this trouble a little bit. We heard about it last year and how it was affecting his shot, which is insane because the guy went on a tear and scored a ton of goals. If it was during a regular 82-game season, he would have absolutely just kept torching the league. So Auston Matthews having this wrist surgery is only better for him over time. He needs to have this work done so that way he'll be ready for training camp. Now, I fully expect that he will be ready for training camp, and the guy will just be scoring the lights out once again because that's what he does. Matthews is a goal scorer, and I'm ready to see what he can do this year. Hopefully, it's going to be a full 82 for the guy. Hopefully, he stays healthy. We're going to knock on wood. But what's the next thing that people always associate when you talk with Auston Matthews? It's not just, oh, he's a good player with a great shot and he scores a lot of goals. Unfortunately, with this team continuing to lose in the first round, Auston Matthews is one of the 4 players that were paid, part of the we can and we will movement that Kyle Dubas started. Auston Matthews is the center of that. He gets paid a ton of money. He's paid the most out of anybody on this team. But Auston Matthews has kept up his end of the bargain. Now, he's being paid $11.6 million a season. That's a ton of money. But I need to remind people that as the salary cap was going up before what's going on in the world right now, I can't say it or else YouTube's going to demonetize me, but whatever is going on in the world right now and has been for the last couple of years, it affected the salary cap quite a bit. It is crap, but it affected the salary cap quite a bit. It was supposed to go from 81.5 to 84 to 88 to over 90 million in 3 seasons. The new ESPN deal and Seattle coming into the league was supposed to generate a ton of revenue for the league, which it is. But unfortunately, they lost a ton of revenue in other assets like fans being in the building and not being able to have full seasons and sponsorships and this, that, and the other. So Auston Matthews' contract probably wouldn't have looked as crazy as it does right now, but he holds up his end in my opinion. Now in the playoffs, he wasn't that great, and we'll get to that in a second. But he's only 23. I hate going online and seeing people going, well, they're not going to get any better. They are what they are. He's 23. The Leafs core is still pretty damn young besides Tavares. So I don't really know why people are just assuming that Matthews and Marner and Nylander are just where they're supposed to be and that's it. These guys all are probably going to get better, which is only a good thing for this team. They need to be better. This roster shows now these guys have to be good. This is their last try. That's why I keep saying the we can and we will era is going to be over if they don't win. They have to win. And of course, my light just decides to go out in the middle of the video. That's okay. You can still see me. But they have to win. With these contracts that are the way they are, And the way the salary cap is going, it's not going up anytime soon. Only like by $1 million or $2 in the next couple of years. But as you can see, this past season, he produced quite a lot in the regular season. That 41 goals plus 25 assists for 66 points in 52 games played. Prior to that, 80 points in 70 games with those 47 goals. 73 and 68, 63 and 62, 69 and 82 in his rookie year, including that 40-goal rookie year. He produced in the playoffs 5 and 6 points, but then you can see 2 and 7 in that second year. Then you get 6 and 7. Okay, pretty good production with 5 goals. Then you get 6 points and 5 against Columbus. Pretty good production. 5 and 7, but the key number there is 1 goal. The Toronto Maple Leafs only needed 1 goal to win in overtime a couple times. Now, was the wrist a problem during that time? I don't know. Was there other things going on? I don't know. But Auston Matthews needed to score more, and I will get to more of that in a second because we are going to be looking at the numbers here. We've seen William Nylander play very, very well in terms of the goal-scoring department. For sure, he almost had 7 goals in 7 games there with a couple of the chances he had. But 8 points in 7 games played, kept up his end of the bargain. Kerfoot, 6 and 7, kept up his end of the bargain. Spezza, 5 and 7, with including 3 goals. Definitely kept up his end of the bargain. Matthews had 5 and 7, like I said, but that 1 goal is what a lot of people are talking about, as well as Marner's 4 points, including no goals in 7 games played. So what Matthews needs to do is continue to do what he does in the regular season, because I'm not just going to be one of these Leaf fans that sits here and guarantees a playoff berth, because there's a lot of teams that got a lot better, and some teams will continue to get better as the season goes on. The Toronto Maple Leafs need to be insanely good this year to make the playoffs. They need to play as good as they did last year, in my opinion. They need to be that good to make the playoffs. And Auston Matthews clearly needs to have another really good season. And I do believe he will. If he stays healthy, the guy scores. Like, we can't just sit here and act like everything's gloom and doom. Matthews scores a lot of goals. He needs to do that in the playoffs again because he's done it before. He needs to do it again. I don't want to put all the pressure on him because that's definitely not the case. Marner needs to pick it up as well. If Nylander plays the way he did again, like, guys, if Marner and Matthews have 2 goals each, the Leafs win this series against the Habs. All they needed was literally 1 more goal on multiple nights. And Matthews and Marner, they weren't there. They didn't score. They needed those goals. And Matthews needs to have that type of postseason. We need to see a demon go into the playoffs this upcoming season. And I fully expect Matthews is going to give us that. I don't care if people call me a homer. I don't care if people say that I'm biased. I think Matthews is going to torch it in the playoffs this year. I actually do believe it. They need to get there first. But I think that there is too much put on this guy's name in the playoffs. Unfortunately, it should have happened already. He should have already gone into his demon mode anyways in the playoffs before. But because of how damn good he is during the regular season, I'm going to say the same thing for Marner. And it's going to sting because I do believe they should have been more productive in the playoffs. There's no excuses. But I'm going to give them this postseason to show and to prove that they can get it done. Because if they can't, no more BS, no more excuses. I don't want to hear it. Because I'm already done with it, to be honest. And I love them. I love both of them. I think Matthews and Marner are fantastic talents. I think they're good people, and I cheer for them every single game. Every game. It doesn't matter. When they were struggling, I still cheer for those damn guys. I bleed blue and white, guys. Let's not sit here and mess around. We want them to succeed. We want them to be good. Auston Matthews was a class act when I met him. Same thing with Mitch Marner. Those are good people. And I want them to be successful. Hell, I can already feel myself tearing up a little bit here. I want this team to win so bad, because I want them to experience and I want them to just get a little taste of how it feels to win. And I mean the first round, because then you get through it. You keep going. You push through. You finally break through that glass ceiling. And you go. And Auston Matthews has to be the center of that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my little preview here for Matthews. This is This is a long video. Hopefully these videos aren't this long for every single player, or if you like these videos, maybe I'll try to make them this long. If I have that much to say, I can include more stats. I can do whatever you guys want, but I love making Leafs content, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Yeah, thanks for watching. Auston Matthews player preview for the 2021-22 season. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.